How's it going, guys? We are here with another episode of Stock versus Not. Today we're in a Honda Civic, the Type R, so it is the fast boy Honda Civic. It's the FK2 if you're a chassis code kind of person. 2015 model. So actually this one we did not get in the United States. I believe the first year, or the year when we got them back, was like late 2010s, like 2019, 2018, and we've been getting them since. But anyways, let's go ahead, hop into the settings, see what we got going on. It's a very peculiar car. It's a front engine, front wheel drive. It is turbocharged, and it's going to be looks like it's some sort of 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. Honestly don't know too much about this body style or generation, so forgive me there. What do we have here performance point wise? 516, making 305 horsepower, 295 foot-pounds of torque. So this is quite a, it's quite a powerhouse of a car going to the front wheels like that. It weighs 3,000 pounds, and of course it is going to be a little front heavy there with all the hardware up there in the front. Comes with sports hards tires, not too much to write home about there. What is it going up against in the leaderboard is the real question. Looks like it is falling under the same category as like the SRT Hellcat, the Vipers, the GTRs. Yeah, that is going to be a stretch to trying to get it to perform in here, that's for sure. It's the underdog. See, the closest thing horsepower wise to it is the Supra, surprisingly. So yeah, there we go. What was the times there? Sorry, I was not paying attention. Looks like we're just under a minute there, so 59 seconds. Let's see what we can do. And this was the generation with Honda's kind of double tiered dashes. Kind of like the speedometer was up at the top, you had a info gauge to the left, and then your attack was directly centered in front of you, along with some of the informational gauges off to the sides of it. And this body style is kind of weird for me. I'm assuming it's a hatchback, but it's shaped to be like a hidden hatchback, almost like a shooting brake sedan type of deal. That rear rake on the back glass is pretty aggressive. I'm not a big fan of those kinds of styles, to be honest with you. Either commit to the hatchback style or commit to the sedan. Don't do these half windows or half body styles, because you end up compromising the usage of the hatch because it's not the full volume that you can get in the back. And then for the sedan, it's not really quite a sedan because you have that extra body work kind of weighing you down and kind of ruins the body lines after that. So, Honda's not the only one that does that. A lot of car makers with these newer SUVs try to do that as well too, or crossovers. They don't want it to make it look like a crossover, but it's essentially like a lifted hatchback. Car drives just like a turbocharged hot hatch. It is torquey, very understeery, and a little bit of a handful to drive, but nonetheless we are making it around Suzuka here. Opening lap was basically a 1 minute flat, so might not beat out that Supra, unfortunately, and most likely due to the fact that it is the front wheel drivetrain kind of having to drag along the rest of this car through the course. 1.492, optimal is sitting at a 1.436, so let's see if we can get this sub 1 at all. It's not too terrible. Just like any other front-wheel drive car, you kind of have to make it work for what you want it to do, which kind of is the name of the game. Let's see if we can get this section clean. I need adaptive brake to get a little bit more rotation. I think we lost time there. Alright. Coming around this last turn here. Cut that a lot. Loads of understeer coming out of this exit. Hitting a few cones. I don't think we're going to make anything happen today, folks. Yeah, 1.492 is our best. 0.324 would have been our optimal if we remain clean on that last run. So, I mean, it's not a bad looking car. Just look, that rear end just looks so awkward, almost like the Prius with that split rear window. Alright, let's see. It's gonna be last place. I don't think it's gonna show up on here. Yeah, so 1.4 is what I said, or 0.4. So, doesn't even make it up on the leaderboard. Sorry, Honda. Let's go ahead and swap into a fully modified one. See what that can do. Here we go. We are now up to 708 performance points, making 505 horsepower. So just making it even harder to drive. You'll notice I did a few different things. Didn't touch the diff, and I didn't do anything to the ballast. The car seemed to like just downforce tweaks, and so that's what I kept it at. The racing soft tires actually helped it a lot as well. So spec wise, no engine swaps today. 505 horsepower, 708 performance points, 375 foot-pounds of torque. With the weight savings, we are down to 2,300 pounds. Here's the alignment and suspension settings. Coming over here, this is our downforce and ECU settings. Did not do anything to the transmission, actually. Sorry, I had to get a drink there. High RPM turbocharger, and I lagged, you know, all the bolt-ons here. And here is what we got for the engine upgrades and the weight reduction. Ranking board up to the 800 on the low end there. We're just going to go to the very bottom. Is it going to beat out the Vantage, which made 766 horsepower with a 50-second lap? Everything here is in the upper range of horsepower, so we are definitely going to be shooting against some heavy hitters here. Let's see if this Honda can do it. We start, as always, let's go ahead and go over what we got going on here. It looks, its profile here isn't too bad. Like I said, just that weird half hatch. Just either commit to the hatchback or don't. Wing is pretty cool now. Single X exhaust. Got some anti-lag going on. Wide body. Like I said, it's a little hot hatch. Does this game give you... I've been playing this game for how long, and I've never even noticed this. Is this like a launch control? Hold on. Let's get this straight. I've never even noticed that before. Let's get this straight here. We'll do a Honda Civic drag start. Yeah, it's like a launch control. And then we let off the brakes, it just kind of rolls. That's weird. Yeah, it is weird. Alright, let's see what this thing can do. But if you noticed, even with that launch, it didn't really torque steer itself left and right. It was fairly stable through that. Perhaps we spun tires, but it wasn't crab walking itself. So what did I say, like a 50-second lap is what we're looking at here? Yeah, that 800 performance point board is pretty competitive. I believe some of those were on the top 10 for a little bit. The blow valve is very like Fast and Furious 2JZ, like like almost like an HKS sequential blow valve there. 53.531 is our opening lap. Of course, quick. That's for sure. It's handling fairly well. Being a front-wheel drive car. Turn-in is nice. I did have, if you notice, I did put a little bit of toe on it to help with the turn-in. Go down there. Yeah, it looks like an HKS blow-off valve is what this thing has. I'm not complaining. It's very JDM appropriate for this part. Here. Let's see, we might get close to that 52nd lap. Yep, 50.971. Let's see if we can knock down a few tenths on that. We might end up on that leaderboard. Be the first front-wheel drive car on it. Yes. It's not. Oh, that's not really good. That blow drop sounds great. Let's go ahead and start lap number 4. As always, we're going to do about 4 to 5 laps with the fully modified car, just so we get a good feel for what this car is capable of. Brakes are fantastic, by the way. It's definitely balanced with the power. It's not like the car has way it's not like the car makes up so much speed and then you're having to brake eons away from civilization to make your turn. That's the fun thing about front-wheel drive. You kind of like wrestle in the turns, and then once you have like a straight shot, you just mash on that loud pedal just to be able to go. Here's our last lap. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can go over after the 100. Let's see if we can take these S's a little faster as well. I believe we're averaging about 80 miles an hour. Let's see if we can get it to like an 85. Maybe higher 80. Yep, back on to 70. 60. This one we always have to take it a little slower. Not here. Nowhere near getting the purple sector on this. That's fine. Alright. That is the Honda Civic. Again, not a bad car. And I was not expecting it to beat any records. It's not one of the crazy supercar swaps we've done of late. Let's see what we got here. Does it make it onto this leaderboard? It does not. That was like a 50.9, I believe, and fortunately the Aston just inched it out there. So unfortunately this Civic does not make it onto the 800 performance point leaderboard. But it is what it is. Let's go to overall. I think we can go. Is there a couple pages on overall we can go? Nope, it's only the first 20. Alright, anyway, that is today's episode. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.